If you put this same offense we've seen in the last 2 weeks on this field next week, you're going to lose the divisional game, and you will be 2-1. We'll be sitting here on this podcast bashing this group again.
I'm going to tell you right now, Arizona Cardinals looking ahead to San Francisco. They get a team where I don't think anybody in this fan base is going to be okay preaching injuries when San Francisco is down their starting quarterback, their starting tight end, starting wide receiver, and they're producing. And I dog on the Niners a lot. They got a hell of a coaching staff with Kyle Shanahan and Robert Saleh. Bo, I'll start with you. What's the recipe for success knowing that you're going to be down multiple DBs against Mac Jones and or Brock Purdy?
You got to dial up the pressure. It's going to come from the defensive front seven. I thought you saw some guys out there like Keitrell, Denzel Burke, they can compete. Are they equipped enough to really kind of make plays, play in and play out? That remains to be seen. Very young, inexperienced there. So you're going to have guys up front really kind of control this game. But also you're going to have to put points up when the opportunity presents itself. You got to help out that defense that is now undermanned, especially in the secondary. You're going to have to consistently put up points. And if Spencer Rattler is engineering, how many touchdown passes did he have today, John?
Three.
He had 3. You're going to have to match that. You're going to have to at least match that and go in there and show that you can make a jump, a drastic jump offensively from week 1 and week 2 into week 3 and do it on the road in a hostile environment, but where the stakes are a little bit higher because you're playing within your division.
Yeah, BG, you look at the landscape of this team. We dogged on the offense for an hour and 40 minutes. There's a chance the next couple of weeks, maybe a month, you're going to have to look at this as an offensive team. Because guess what? All your offensive players are healthy. Your defense needs you to pick it up. Do they have the infrastructure? Can they do it?
That's one thing. I agree with both in terms of pressure. You're going to have to dial up some pressures this week. You're going to have to help that secondary out. You're going to have to try to get Mac Jones as ruffled as you had Bryce Young the first couple of drives. Those first 2 drives on defense looked like it was going to be a really, really long day for Bryce Young and the Panthers. Like I think I texted our group chat. I said, this is a game that you score 50 points in right now with what's going on. Like you have to. But on the flip side, as an offense, you've got to be able to control the clock. And when you control the clock, you have to be able to put points on the board and not field goals. To beat San Fran, even a depleted San Francisco team, this is a divisional game, right? It's gonna mean it means more, and there's always grimy and more stuff is always going on. It means a little bit more in especially in this division, right? People don't like each other in this division. That's why it's been one of the toughest divisions in football for a while. But it's that sense, like, offensively, you've got to move the football downfield, and that's going to come with big plays, not dumping it off 5 yards and getting 3-yard pass plays and getting 2-yard run plays. You're going to have to open it up. So Petsy's going to have to reach in his bag. It's not very deep right now. It's about as deep. You get a Crown bottle. That's about how deep that bag is with his bag right now, right? But he's going to have to reach in there and find some concepts that work in this passing game. And at the same time, talk to that offensive line. You guys have got to play on the other side of the line. You've got to give these running backs an opportunity to get downfield. These 2-yard runs and going 3 and out you're not going to win this game. If you put this same offense we've seen in the last 2 weeks on this field next week, you're going to lose the divisional game, and you will be 2-1. We'll be sitting here on this podcast bashing this group again.
Almighty Joe 499, welcome to Arizona, where receivers are drafted. Have an OC who coaches like a guy who spams the run on Madden.
That's Arizona now. Arizona between 2013 and 2017, receivers were flourishing.
I'm going to tell you right now, I'll piggyback off of my 2 co-hosts here. This is the most pivotal stretch because they're waiting on to hear back for some guys. We would assume some guys are going to be done for the year. You've been carried by your defense parts of the second half of last year.
Mm-hmm.
You've been carried by your defense in large stretches these first 2 weeks. Defensive touchdown today, 13 points last week. This is where if you're Jonathan Gannon, you have to go to your offensive play caller and say, okay, can we score 30 points? Can we score 28 points? That's what it's going to take. We're going to get some stops. The front seven still has the infrastructure. You're going to get some players back eventually. You cannot expect to have the kind of defensive performances it's going to take to win games ugly. Bo, I cannot believe we're at this point now. But you know what? I don't want to say it's a blessing in disguise. This offense has a ceiling right now. You need to break through that ceiling with some new innovation.
Yeah, in the next 2 weeks, you're going to have 2 games within a span of 5 days, 2 divisional games in a span of 5 days, and you're not going to be at full strength for either one of those. So it's so crucial for them to kind of figure it out and get it going to when you're going to be able to play the ball control game and going to be able to cash in. Because if you don't, it's going to be a long, quick burst stretch here. You don't want to come out of this 2-2 and squandering an opportunity to really get off to a hot start and stack some wins.
Yep, absolutely.